We need to talk about the elephant in the womb.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means the Republicans trying to dictate what happens in women's uteruses.
And do you think that that's under attack
Oh, absolutely.
in 2025?
Oh, well, in 2023, since the Dobbs decision.
What's your biggest fear in 2025?
I mean, it's really hard to say.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I'm terrified about the next 4 years. I'm worried about, people being deported from the country, the Constitution being undermined. Basically, we're like a struggling democracy already, and I'm very concerned that it's just going to go downhill from here.
If you had to choose one, save the illegal immigrants or free abortions, which one would you choose?
I don't think I need free abortions, Yeah.
Free abortions.
And I would say the immigrants, yeah.
You just chose both.
No, I said I don't need them to be free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't need free abortions.
Yeah, legal. Yes,
Okay.
legal,
Right.
not
So-
free.
So free, or don't deport the illegals. That's what you chose.
Yeah, except I would never call them illegals.
Yeah.
These wokies seem to prioritize abortions and keeping illegal immigrants more than anything else. It's a divisive stance that sparks debate.
To those who feel overwhelmed or tempted to stay quiet, silence will not save us, solidarity will. We're not scared. We're not scared of the idea of America coming apart, because this is our moment to fan the flames. We're here to build movements, defend our communities, and turn up the heat. So we're building a united front of everybody that has a bone to pick with Wall Street, and we're trying to build a new communist party as a weapon of the working class to bring the monopoly capitalists all the way down. So join us, join our marches. We're not going to keep our heads down and hope that the next 4 years blow over. We're going to rise to every single challenge and make the U.S. ungovernable, okay?
This anti-Trump protest tries to turn up the heat, but ends up looking more lukewarm than fiery.
I just want to say with my entire chest and 10 toes down on my broken tile classroom floor that it will be a cold, no, frozen day in hell before someone from ICE comes in my classroom to remove a student they suspect is undocumented first, because I have no undocumented students. What are you talking about? Second, even if I did, 1982 Plyer versus Doe says that it does not matter. Everyone is entitled to a fair and free, appropriate education. And that's what I'm here to do. I am so sorry I can't come to my door right now. We're learning. We're doing class stuff. You're gonna have to come back later. And by later, I mean never, because there are hills that I will die on, and this is one.
Trump's directive allows ICE in schools, and obstructing them is a crime. Someone should update this misinformed wokie.
In a second trimester abortion, babies are dismembered limb by limb. This should not be a right. It should not be a right to end an innocent child's life. Abortion is a right. Abortion is a right. Abortion is a right. Abortion is a right. It is not a right to end an innocent child's life. Preborn children deserve the right not to be dismembered in the womb. Preborn children deserve equal rights. Women's rights begin at conception. Abortion is a right. Abortion is a right.
What? Sorry, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
A single pro-life speaker triggers a group meltdown among liberals. It's a classic scenario of groupthink versus a lone voice.
Well, Walmart has decided they're going to get rid of their DEI policies. Why? Because right-wing conservatives have been targeting a number of public companies, telling them they don't like what their support for transgender, LGBTQ, as well as Black folks and other minorities. This is the Walmart U.S. CEO speaking this morning on CBS This Morning, explaining their decision. Of course, Walmart is America's largest employer, one of the biggest companies in the world. So this is a huge decision. Listen.
Is diversity among your suppliers still important to you at Walmart, John?
Well, starting with our company back in 1962, we were a small business, a single store that operated out of Rogers, Arkansas. And so we'll continue to do the things that we can do to ensure that small suppliers have a path to being successful, not only at Walmart, but in their business in total. You know, every year we really focus on made in the USA. About 2/3 of what we sell is either made, grown, or assembled right here in the United States. We have a program every summer called Open Call, where we welcome in small suppliers and we welcome in people that have an idea, that are an entrepreneur and they want to learn. So we're going to continue to lean into ensuring that we provide the very best pathways for small businesses, our suppliers, to be successful here in the store. If I had more time, I could take you around the store and show you a few of those examples, but there are a lot of them and there'll continue to be more.
Okay, so first of all, you saw right there, he didn't answer Gayle King's question. He didn't answer it at all. There also was this $100 million initiative that they had announced after the death of George Floyd. They're getting rid of that. It was they also were funding what it was called a Center for Racial Equity, a nonprofit that Walmart launched in 2020. It's supposed to be a 5-year initiative, and so that's also being shuttered. Let's just be real, Randy. What's going on here? This is a part of the attack against critical race theory, part of the attack on affirmative action. This is all about the right-wing agenda.
Black liberals declare a boycott against Walmart for ditching wokeness. The tensions over corporate politics are boiling over.
Concept of the model minority myth. When you hear that word, what does it mean to you?
So the model minority myth, after World War II, they used us to separate other people of color. They used our race to say that we were the best race, that we were the model minority because we were the smartest, we got the best jobs, we did these things, and we were able to assimilate to what their idea of what they wanted. They wanted an example to use of people of color that they could then use against all the other people of color. And what they also did is they caused infighting between our communities so that we wouldn't look at the actual problem, which was white supremacy.
Okay, so statistically, it is true that Asians, right, on average, make more money, in terms of medium, make more money, better test scores, get into better colleges, all that stuff. I think the question is, why is that? And I don't know if model minority, whatever that label wants to mean.
That's actually a myth because we cannot be...
Well, no, listen. Well, let me finish my point. We need to observe what makes people successful and unsuccessful. And I think when you look at trends that are generally true in the Asian community, not of everyone, but are generally true, usually you have families that are sticking together. You have, people are taught to work hard in school, not get into trouble. I think that translates to why Asians en masse are successful. And I don't think you have to be Asian or white for that matter to not have kids out of wedlock, not, commit crime, not cause trouble or whatever it is. It's just a matter of common sense. That's what makes people successful. And if that's so-called assimilation, having a nuclear family, buying a house, going to school, whatever it is, then yeah, okay, call me a pro-assimilation then.
Just a typical day. A conservative comment sparks a meltdown among wokey liberals. The battle lines are drawn.
I don't understand it, to be honest. I don't understand how you could be a woman and then vote for Trump. It doesn't make any sense. It's like having your dog drive a car because he likes car rides or something. It just does, none of it makes any sense. Do you know what I mean?
People seem in shock this morning, frankly.
Maybe it's an extremist way of looking at it, but you push a certain amount of people too far and they're going to start fighting back and it's going to get ugly.
Heartbreak, a little bit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can see this really means a lot to you.
Yeah.
The country that I grew up in, I have a feeling it's not going to be that way anymore. So it's scary.
I feel great about it. Yeah, you happy with the result? Very happy. What do you think happened last night in terms of America and the change?
I think people underestimate who supports Trump. I think that Kamala Harris was favored by a lot of people, especially around this area. We're not from this area, but I think people underestimate that there's a silent majority that that comes out on election night for Trump.
These liberal meltdowns, if they continue for 4 more years, how will anyone keep up their stamina?
Black healing is resistance. Indigenous healing is resistance. Trans healing is resistance. Have the audacity to heal yourself. When you heal yourself, you heal your lineage and your ancestors. Have the audacity to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, it is a you to every oppressor that would have you drown.
Ever notice the center nose rings on most liberal woke ladies? It's almost like a uniform identifier.
I'm personally here because I had a mental breakdown after Donald Trump won.
It's devastation. It's absolute, complete devastation to people's mental, emotional, physical, and psychological health. People are dying as a result of Trump being elected. There are people dying by suicide because they don't want to live in a country where their rights are not respected and them as people are not seen as people, but rather than objects of that should be eliminated.
Lefties losing at post-Trump election shows just how polarized politics have become.
Today I'm going to my child's safe space banquet that they have every year right before winter break starts. It's kind of a holiday celebration and just a chance for them to show their safe space group to their family, any friends that they want to bring, and we get together and we have a potluck and talk about how we can support our LGBTQIA plus children, friends, family over the holidays, especially when they might be going to see family that's not supportive of who they are. So looking forward to that, and also just asking everybody to remember that your family members, your LGBTQIA plus friends and family, they are who they are. Support them, be there for them, show them that you are a person that they can come to. And if you're interested in continuing to be an ally, look into the Great Lakes Bay Pride community. They have ally programs and ways for you to learn how to best support other people. One thing I have found is just be friends with people from that community. Open yourself up. Give yourself a chance to learn, who they are and what they stand for and just how they want to live their lives. The one thing that I have found, so many people are just, losing their minds over trans individuals just trying to live their lives. And I'll tell you what, get to know a few people, they're just people. They just want to live their lives in peace and without you meddling in it. So hope everybody has a good holiday. Reach out to your LGBTQIA plus friends and family. Be there for them. And you know what? Just be a good human.
LGBTQ is a cult rather than a community is a harsh stance but truth.
Red hat that says make America great again, that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that.
You agree with what she said there?
I'm a flaming liberal, so yes, I agree with what she said.
Right. Where do you draw the comparison?
I think more so not just necessarily in the Make America Great Again on his part, which I do believe that he has very strong beliefs that most people are below him and his people.
Okay.
But more so not just him, but also other people that follow him, that believe in that, in the collective of a lot of the beliefs that they also believe in. So it's like you're representing one thing maybe, but usually the people that are that diehard representing it have very strong views that relate to a lot of other things that would make me also believe that they agree with some things that would also be represented by somebody with swastika.
First clueless, then a stream of nonsensical verbal diarrhea. Sometimes less is indeed more in debates.
Kamala Harris said she wanted to do a $15,000 first-time home buyer credit to people that were buying homes for the first time. Donald Trump said he wanted
for illegal immigrants.
I'm so curious, how do you think these tax credits work?
You do realize that they give money to illegal immigrants to buy houses?
An illegal immigrant definitionally doesn't file taxes because they don't have social security numbers. They don't get money back from the government. So how would an illegal immigrant qualify for a tax credit? This doesn't make any sense. It's like the hurricane
I agree.
machines.
It doesn't make any sense. This is the Democrat policy. I completely agree. It doesn't make any sense at all. So
Where are
thank
these
you.
lazy people that are coming over and not working and not getting jobs, getting the money for homes?
The U.S. government.
They pay them for the homes too? Then why even give them the tax credit? Why not just give them the homes outright?
Actually, they do. Who pays for the hotels that they're staying at in New York City, in Chicago? Well, who's paying for those hotels?
I imagine there's probably federal money allocated to people.
And where does
that
the
are part of
federal government get its money?
From the,
A walkie agrees with an opponent without even realizing it. Irony at its finest.
My most important encounter was when I went out to get my champagne. I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him, did he vote? And he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. And he asked me, you know, why I was getting the champagne. And I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said, you know, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard. Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to. And the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa. And he said, oh, but the numbers are so close. I said, I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now, the numbers are there. She's taking this election. And then I said to him, you realize, and he didn't tell me who he voted for, but of course I knew. And I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right? And I didn't care. And I walked out with my bottle of champagne and happily walked home.
Caught in delusion, this walkie needs to watch her own reaction post-election. Sometimes reality is the best teacher.
If Donald wins, I'm going to be out of the country.
I will move to Spain.
But I need to come into your country if you'll let me in, or Canada.
Listen, if he wins, he won't have to worry about immigration. I'll go back.
Where would you go? Canada.
I'm 100% moving to Canada. I love Canada.
I'd be an expatriate. I would definitely move.
When I'm moving to Africa.
If any Republican gets nominated, I'm going to move to Canada with my entire family.
Maybe it's time for me to move. I'm reserving my ticket to get out of here if he wins.
I have a house in Spain that is going to be ready right after the election. Panama, Siberia,
Nova Scotia.
I'm definitely moving to Canada.
Straight to hell.
Iceland, France.
Asia's pretty cool.
Like a mental hospital for a while.
I would move to the Caribbean.
The Bahamas, Hawaii. I've always wanted to live in Italy.
Have any of these people actually left the country yet? As far as I know, the only people that left the country are Ellen and her wife, and I think that's probably for a different reason.
If celebrities threaten to leave the country and haven't, maybe it's time for a reality check or a push.
So there was a dress designer that turned down Melania Trump to design her dress. She opted out. Do you think that she has the right to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Do you think it's okay for her to do that?
Yeah.
So if you were, let's say, a Muslim singer here in Madison, and a church approached you for an Easter service for you to sing, do you have the right to opt out of that?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you have the right to opt out of doing whatever you want.
So let's say you're a Christian photographer here in Madison, and someone approached you to do a same-sex wedding. Would that be hateful or discriminatory to opt out of that?
I don't know.
In that situation, probably not, because that would bring up some legal issues, I would suspect.
Like that city ordinance, right?
Yes, yeah.
The one that you didn't agree with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a jerk for doing that.
So your political views, your ideas, and kind of worldview is okay to say no to business, but your religious views aren't?
No.
A reporter stumps walkie liberal college students with a question that cuts deep. Sometimes the right question is all it takes.
Hi, my name is Virgie Tovar, and I'm the author of You Have the Right to Remain Fat, as well as a few other books on fat positivity and body acceptance. When I think about what people might be surprised by or what you wouldn't think of when you think of eating disorders, I immediately think of being a kid. I was a kid in a larger body, a teen in a larger body, and also I'm an adult in a larger body. And the message I always got from my doctor was shrink your body by any means necessary. And it really felt like there was a sense of a don't ask, don't tell. So because I truly, truly, truly believed, right, and this is where I think the surprise comes in. I really believed that this was about my health. I really believed that my doctor was right. Because why would I believe anything?
Emphasizing that body positivity should not be confused with promoting obesity as healthy, a necessary distinction in today's dialogue on health and acceptance.
If there is one thing that I learned from my women and gender studies class that is on my mind 24/7, it's kin-keeping. Kin-keeping is the root of stress in most women's lives, and because they don't know the name for it, they are often called irrational. You might notice on a road trip, your mom's wondering, did everything get packed? Where is everybody? Has everyone eaten? What time are we getting there? When are we supposed to get there? What was I supposed to bring? And you might notice your dad saying, calm down, why are you being so irrational? Everything's gonna be fine. Stop worrying so much. And it pains me to see this because this man doesn't see all the work that your mother has done because it doesn't have a name. It's the unpaid labor that women are assigned to subconsciously as a gender. And not only does this cause a lot of stress in women's lives, but it also breeds a lot of ignorance in men. Did your dad plan that vacation?
Sometimes, yeah.
Did he even get the presents underneath the tree that say from dad on them?
Yeah.
Does he know when your dentist appointment is?
Yeah.
Does he know what size pants you wear?
Yeah.
If not, who did that?
It was me.
A woke feminist introduces kin-keeping, a term that attempts to capture family dynamics but may just complicate the conversation on gender roles.
You vote for a con man racist, malignant narcissist against your own interests.
How is he a
and
racist?
That says a lot. How is he racist?
Yeah.
Oh my God, play any video. I know.
Like what? Name me one video that says he's racist.
My hands are full. I can't pull it up.
I don't want you to pull it up. Just tell me what he says. What does he say?
I am not going to play into your game.
You just called him racist.
Ooh, are you okay? Okay. Are you okay? We have a medic.
So, do you take back what you said?
Again, I stand by this.
That MAGA people are stupid.
Again,
but you just called Trump. You just called Trump racist. Yet can't name a single thing he said that's racist.
My hands are full. Look it up yourself.
You don't have to look it up. You should be able to know that.
I can't play a video for you.
I don't want a video. I want you to tell me what he said that's racist. That's all I want. She can't do it. This is the liberals in 2024. Yeah, okay. Can't name a single thing.
Moving on.
Can't name a single thing.
Calling Trump racist without evidence? It's a serious accusation that requires solid backing, not just claims.
Because Trump went in, you're doing all this because Trump, you're black and you still live in the hood. You're black and you still live in the hood. You happy that Trump went in? What do you think he's gonna do for you? Trump not doing shit for people.
All of y'all out of here.
Who is y'all? Because you ain't got no money either. You know you ain't got no money.
I'm going back to go work at Family Dollar.
You finna go back to work at Family
Yeah,
Dollar?
I'm back to go work at Family Dollar.
Why? Because he go kick the migrants out?
I don't know. I'm going for Trump.
Do you know what's going? You so happy about Trump going in office? How you feel about it now? Look, she went up 48%.
I don't care what she did.
What this campaign was like. For Maine, I mean. Wow, I can't believe it. This is gonna be just like that movie Obama and them put out. As soon as he wins, it's gonna be just like that movie Obama put out. Leave the world behind. So you ready to leave the world behind? You know once this world go to Trump ain't gonna come help us, right?
Look.
The Constitution has some provisions for it, but can we just all agree that
This wokie says he can't support Trump because he's black, a statement that sparks a deeper conversation about race and politics.
And you know why you have flawed thinking and flawed minds? Because a lot of you have been, your mom and dad dropped the ball. A lot of you went through a lot of some hard. Hold on, wait, calm down. Calm down. You know you will be respectful. You will be respectful. I don't know. Relax. You will be respectful. Okay? I'll let you say something, but you will be respectful. Don't grab my stuff. Don't grab my stuff. Okay.
I have my hands right here. I have my hands right here.
You grab my stuff. You grab my stuff. Just I'll hold it. I don't trust you anymore because you came in like a demon. Relax. Relax. Don't you have any respect? Aren't you from the Love is Love community? Well then love a Christian. Okay. Okay, it's okay that I'm aggravating. Have some self-control. Okay.
Okay, honestly, I have nothing against Christians or anything like that, okay? But all this is okay? You don't need to be here right now. You don't need to be here right now. All this is love is love, and we will love who we want to love. You can go home because you don't need to be here. Nobody wants you here, okay? And the fact of the matter is, we didn't come from no Adam and Eve. We came from Lilith and Satan. Because at the end of the day, Eve was right and that's how she became Lilith. So you need to go home, okay? Because nobody wants to hear your lies anymore. I came from a Pentecostal home, and I removed myself from that because you know what? Because the thing about it is, you guys just release hate into the.
A woke LGBTQ activist melts down during a preacher's sermon. The clash of beliefs is intense and emotional.
Well, we are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like. Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary. And so you can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary to get a taste of how they will try to govern and control media and companies in the United States. And this is kind of an entree to that.
AOC and others lose it over Trump's inauguration. It's a day of high emotions and political tension.
You're not educating shit. This is propaganda. What are you going to do, like anti-trans next? Is that what you're going to do next?
I mean, no, we're talking about abortion.
This is violent. You're triggering my students.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not. Because you can't even have a baby. So you don't even know what that is. You don't even know what this is. Get this shit the out of here, yo.
Woke teacher loses it over a pro-life display and vandalizes a table. When emotions override dialogue, everyone loses.
This is all prank, right? Like we're just gonna wake up tomorrow morning and everything's gonna go back to the way it'll be a psych. It'll be like a really bad dream, and none of this will have ever happened, right? Like it'll be like the first time, and then we're all gonna pull through fine in 4 years. Correct? Please, someone tell me. I can tell you one thing right now, marriage is the farthest thing from on the table currently. So they screwed the pooch on that one if they thought that any of this was going to actually help with the whole family and kids department and lowering birth rates, because that, not even any semblance of thoughts I had or hope for that is completely going to be a no thanks for me, love. You think I would ever even dare bring a child into this country now? It was rough before. Now? No. That's cute. And the men, don't even get me started about dating. To think I was still entertaining a few moderates here and there sometimes. No, honey, no. Not even close. That's never.
Who wants to date someone who's always on edge? This walkie's dating prospects might be as tumultuous as her political views.
Appears as though this gigantic piece of won the election. And as much as I hate him because he's a gigantic criminal, authentically horrible human being, I also blame the Democrats for doing this. How hard is it to beat him? It's not that hard.
Hey, that's fair.
A fake ass who is not a real human being. He's a piece of Democrats. How could you not beat him? Why?
Perhaps focusing name-calling on Democrats instead of Trump could shift the political discourse. Or would it just stir more chaos?
Want to catch wokey moments in 4K? Watch till the end, subscribe, like the video, and comment wokies for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 or a cash prize. Also, don't forget to check out the next video on the end screen for more chances to win.